Done Right TV studio. Getting down with motorsports and all things Americana. This is powered by Done Right TV.
Going live in 3, 2, 1.
For the love of dirt, this is Wide Open Wednesdays.
Welcome back. Thanks for coming in and tuning in for Wide Open Wednesday on episode 7. Janelle, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good, really good. That was a pretty cool intro.
I liked it.
It's almost like getting down and dirty with Dunn right here, kind of.
Right.
All right, today in the studio we got Brooke Starr and we got Sam Walker. Ladies, how are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
You guys nervous?
A little bit.
All right, you guys got this. So let's start with you, Brooke. Tell us a little bit about yourself and who you're with.
I am with Josh Starr. We are from Tipton. We've been together 18 years, so I've been at this with him for the last 18 years.
Okay.
And I don't think we'd have it any other way.
You got any kids?
We have one. His name's Gunnar.
Okay.
And he comes to every race, and he doesn't barely miss them. And he himself actually just got a racing go-kart this week.
Oh, very cool.
So we have a new racer in the household.
Okay. Will you be going over to that exit 7 over there in East Moline then?
Probably.
All right. That's cool. What does Josh race?
He races a sport mod.
Okay. Do you know what kind of chassis he's got?
He has a T-Shaw.
Look at you. All
Wow,
right.
she came back real quick.
She did. She was ready. What's his number?
It is a S.
So didn't Josh used to, when he started racing, wasn't he in a 4-cylinder?
He was.
Okay.
Yep, his first car was a Pontiac 6000.
Look at you. All right. So 18 years you've been, what do we got here?
So this, we were 17 in this picture. This was our first feature win together.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
We
where
first
was that
got
at?
together. This was actually at Alito.
Oh, yeah.
You like Lita.
I like
Yeah.
that. Okay. So since we're on these tracks, what tracks do you guys currently race at?
Oh, Davenport, Tipton, Maquoketa. We raced East Moline, Dubuque, Marshalltown, Burlington, Independence.
Wow.
We've been all over.
So with all that being said, what track do you like?
Oh, by far Tipton.
Okay.
Why is that? That's what I chose
Yes.
too, though.
6 miles from my house,
Oh,
and
okay,
it's
well, I guess I
it's,
missed it.
it's the best. It's always a great time. Dr. Al up there just does his magic with the track, and it's just so much fun.
What track do you think Josh likes to race on?
Probably Tipton.
Yeah?
Yeah,
So he's doing pretty good in the sport mod.
he is. He
Okay.
is.
I know Heath Levi's wife was supposed to, Tessa,
Yes.
correct? She was supposed to be with us here. Thank you for stepping in, Sam.
Yep.
We'd like to send our condolences to the Levi family. Sorry about the grandma. Sorry
Yeah.
about the grandma. But again, we got to let Levi know that the Walker family stepped in just like they do on the racetrack and filling them voids that we had to fill.
Oh, yeah.
So we do thank you guys, Scott and Sam. Thank you both.
Yeah,
We got here.
absolutely.
What do we have here?
Oh, this was an old street stock.
Okay.
This is one that he and his, I believe, he could correct me if I'm wrong. I believe this is one that him and his buddy Verno Cole built together.
Okay. Looks like you got some sponsors on here. This takes a lot of money to keep these cars going around.
Yes. So these are some old sponsors. Some of them are still with us. Obviously, Star Towing and Repair. We still sponsor. And then we have a lot of new ones this year. Pit Crew Barbecue out of Durant. Brothers Towing and Repair. Bees Designs. Elite Fire Sprinklers. Triple J Enterprises. S&R Promotions. Jeff Auto Sales. Vision Impact, Timmerman Seed, K&M Precision Performance, Midtown Towing, and Red Frog and Toad Pub and Grub.
Okay. Do you guys own Star Towing then?
Yes.
Okay. You guys busy?
Yes, he is all the time. He's him and his dad run it together.
Okay.
His dad is his one and only full-time employee, but he is retired.
Sure.
So he comes and goes, but yeah, he does that, and I'm just behind the scenes there.
So why don't you tell us what it's like to be Josh Starr's girlfriend and in this garage that help him build these race
Are you
cars?
out in the garage?
All of the time.
Are you?
Yes, most of the time I am out in the garage. It's a little different now with having a kid, but I mean, he's even out there. We probably have too many people over at our house every night, but it's fine. It's fun. We cook out. We eat. We never go hungry. It's a lot. It gets to be a lot, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'd have it any other way.
So, go ahead.
I was going to say, what's the hardest part?
All of the time in the garage. There's a
Yeah.
lot of missed family functions. There's a lot of sorry, can't, we're racing. I'm going, I guess you're staying type ordeals,
Yeah.
you know. That's probably one of the hardest parts, just the time races are won in the shop.
Yeah,
So
that's
and
for sure.
He has more than one car, so with more than one car, it's even extra work.
What car do you like the best?
That's a hard question.
Oh.
So these are some of our old cars. That's our old Sniper modified. He raced that a couple years ago.
Okay.
And then what got him into buying a new sport mod was this Harris sport mod here. That thing is a 2010.
Okay.
And he actually made a top 2 at Davenport and a top 3 at Makokata last year with that car.
Okay.
Look, she doesn't have any of this written down.
She's been around a long
Knows.
time. 18 years.
Yeah.
None of this is written down.
And then this is Orange Crush. She's probably my true, you know, she'll never go anywhere. She'll always have a place in the garage no matter what he says. But,
Yeah.
you know, she's Old Faithful. And then, I don't know, our sport mod this year, she's getting there. He's come a long way with that thing.
So we're gonna jump ship right quick. We forgot to think of some of our sponsors.
Oh,
And because of the car, we're gonna get to this whole powder puff thing.
Oh, yeah.
Let's think of some of our sponsors.
Well, what about Tyson's?
Okay, we got JC DeBill.
And done right.
We got Richie Smith with Dirt Stars.
Oh, Diane Schreiner with her. Is it Kitty's Creations? I think.
Something like that. Kitty Corners or
You know
Kitty
who you are.
Creations. Yeah. Well, and we also got Falcon Home Improvement.
Yes. I'm not going to remember them all. I have to write it down.
LVR
and it's not here
Motorsports.
today.
LVR Motorsports, we'd like to thank out of Kelowna. And TNL out of...
Is that Martel?
Yes.
Ah, look at me.
Look at you.
job.
So you remember.
know.
And last but not least, we got to thank Wagland's Auto. So, for this Powder Puff race that we're putting on, have you drove a Powder Puff?
No, but I have drove a sport mod just for kicks and giggles, and then we've done go-karts, so I've driven a
So
go-kart.
you've never actually been in a Powder Puff race? We'll ask you in a minute.
Yeah.
So, would you?
Absolutely.
So we got this Wagland's Auto that donated us some minivans.
I'm very
Yeah.
excited for
Okay,
this.
now
Yes.
we're talking.
I know.
Minivan.
Yeah.
Look, I can drive a minivan.
So we've already got a heat, actually 2 heats set at Davenport right now for August 8th. Either we're going to try to get it up to Tipton for like the fall bash to see if the Timmy Current and Ryan Dube can host it with us. If not, we're going to try to bring it to Makokata because I know that's where you race. If not, we're going to see if Davenport will let it bring us back on August 22nd. So if that's the case, we're going to put you in one.
Okay.
They should survive. Let's hope.
You're making me
I
drive
mean-
one.
Yeah, Janelle's in. She's
She
never
wants to
been.
ride in the back.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not riding
I'd
in the back.
shotgun it with her. You know, why not? Be
She's just
fun,
going to yell
right?
at me the entire time.
Backseat driver.
So we got AVS. They're out of Galesburg. They drive the street stocks at Davenport. Those 3 cars, the yellow and black.
Oh,
ones.
yep.
Yep. Caleb.
Don't.
Help me with the alcohol right now.
Oh, yeah, but that's not how you say his last name.
Okay. Anyway, he's donated trophies. So we're thinking 6-foot trophies. So does Josh got a 6-foot trophy?
He has 2.
Damn it.
He got him at fall
Can we
bash.
have them?
Yeah, we'll.
They took a lot to get up
Can you
on.
just sneak them out?
They like stand. Okay, maybe they're not 6 foot, but they're the ones from fall bash last
So
year.
what we were hoping for is we could get these trophies that would be bigger than like what your husbands would have. So when you came home and you put it in the garage, because either the men keep them in their house or in the garage, right? Or in their basement, man cave, whatever. That way your guys' can be bigger. That's what I'm shooting for. So
We'll just have to ensure that it's bigger.
Yeah. So I think 6 foot is about the biggest we can get.
Yep.
But anyway, and with 5 ladies are only going to race at a time, the purse is going to be up to $100. So ladies, it's time to put the foot down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
So,
minivan.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a minivan.
So is this year?
No, this was last year. We have not won in the sport mod yet this year. He's won 1 so far in
Oh, he's been
the
close.
banger. He's been very close. The last 2 weeks he's finished second, and then at the big Hill Tour, he led 11 laps of the race by like a half a track. And then
So
the
when,
caution
like-
got him with some heavy hitters.
Yeah, so
And he
when
finished
you know
fourth.
when people step on their do you ever give Josh a hard time? Has he ever done that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And I can tell when that anger, like sometimes that click switches, and then I'm like, oh, he's not driving with it. Yeah, and then there was those nights where you just don't, and you just drive home and look out the windshield and you let it cool off until they're ready to come around and talk about it, and then it's okay to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I noticed like Janelle will back me on this one.
Maybe.
We have this cheering problem,
Okay, you have a
I
cheering
see you
problem.
cheer a lot
I'm
too.
loud.
You call it cheering. You're not cheering.
The whole time you probably hear me. I am so loud.
Yeah.
Oh, Randy commented on that.
Yeah, I see that. We're watching all. Oh yeah, hey. Speaking of, so you guys all heard about that Midwest tour, right? Midwest Madness tour that's going on right now. Well, I gotta give a big shout out to my brother. He's on this tour right now, and
Nice.
he's
Good
running
luck. And
he's
fifth in
watching.
points, and he's
Good
watching.
luck. Nice.
Good luck, Randy.
Yes.
Show Davenport and Dunright and all those people back home that you're doing it.
Kick some butt.
All right, hey Jarrett. He was on last week and showed his underwear.
Oh, imagine that.
He
Imagine
wasn't
that.
wearing them.
Wearing them. It was on the screen. He's like,
Okay.
but if you guys ever
But it
drove-
wouldn't put it past me.
No. And if you ever drove by his trailer, he doesn't
Oh,
care.
yeah, yeah.
He just- I drove by and I was like, let's back up. Did you see that, Janelle?
Yeah, right.
She's like, well, I like M&Ms. So tell us about this picture.
That is this year. That is this year at Makokata.
Okay.
I cannot remember what that one. Obviously, it was the beginning of the year because I got a winter coat on, so it was cold.
Yeah, it was.
But yes, that's the one and only, first time we had it out for the year.
So you are good friends with all the Heath family,
Absolutely.
I take it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we park next to each other. We're all three pit stalls
Yeah?
at Davenport.
You too?
We
Okay.
hit at Makokata. Yeah. We live 5 minutes from each other.
Oh, they're from Tipton too.
They're Clarence.
Clarence. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So we spent a lot of time together.
Okay. So you gonna ask your famous question?
We already asked.
No, you got one more.
Oh, has he ever flipped it?
Twice.
Tell us about it.
So the first one was in a modified, and we were at Davenport, and he did it all by himself. He went into corners 3 and 4, and it was like the air just picked him up and just.
Did he get
And
hurt?
no, thankfully.
Right. Misty, you are right. I've always wanted a minivan. I wanted that minivan in high school so we could put a keg of beer in it. It'd be easy travel. And Jesse, me and Janelle are going to give you a shout out. You keep that car, Randy's running good. And then Brenda Wolf, thank you for watching and tuning in. And do you know Wesley Muse?
Yes, actually, a couple other people. So JC DeBills is also a sponsor of ours. I totally
There you
forgot.
Who picked it up?
Wesley Muse and Justin Stein, our brother-in-law, are 2 of our pit crew members who keep us going every single week. Justin especially, he's there 2-3 times a week grinding tires.
It takes a lot, doesn't it?
And without them, I don't know how it'd be possible.
You're right.
Especially when there's 2 cars, like they're godsends.
Yeah. So does he rate?
Hold on, she didn't finish my question. She said he did it twice, and she only told
yeah.
the one story.
Sorry, and then
Yeah, you almost did it again too.
And then the other one was in Orange Crush, the 4-banger, and that was the very first Sean McDermott race that they had put on. We were running 7th.
It was for $2,000 to win.
Yep, and someone forgot
Balls
to use
to
the
the
brakes
wall
in the
on
corner,
that one.
and it just...
Did he get hurt?
No, thankfully, but Gunnar was a month old.
Oh.
So that was very,
Were you there?
I was.
Okay.
I was.
Have you ever missed a race?
That a girl.
Maybe 2 in our 18 years, but no. I try not to.
Yeah.
Just for those reasons, because I'd rather be there. I'd rather not get that call that something has happened.
Sure. Or if some of these pit crews can't make it, you're right there to change a tire.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. And it's been us 2 for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, and then it comes down to us 2 when other people can't, and it's just, what we do. So,
So Jerry Mackey says he's the announcer at Makokata. He's saying that there's no races at Davenport or Makokata this weekend, but JC is going to be racing Friday. That's Columbus Junction. He would like to see everybody down there. It looks like Sport Mods are going to pay $14.50 to win. Do you think Josh and Scott will go?
Oh,
What do you guys think?
I mean, it might be a possibility. I think he said on no racing, but
Yeah,
I mean that's a
that's what Scott said,
whole.
too.
I mean that's a whole gear change. So, but I mean he's done crazier things. So
Sam, Jerry's saying that he'll wear his 111 shirt.
You better wear it anyway.
maybe we just all go together.
Yeah, right? You know, Jerry, if you want to pay me and Janelle's way in, I mean, we'll come down. Absolutely. I mean,
I'm in.
yeah, we're in. So have you guys raced Columbus Junction?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think of that track?
Got character.
Yeah,
For sure, yeah.
the crick line on the backside freaks me out a little,
Yeah.
because he likes to run the high side and
Yep, the
sometimes.
levee.
Yeah,
Yep,
so
the
it-
levee gets ya.
Yeah. Ain't nobody want to go in that thing.
No.
Uh-uh.
I mean, not that he ever has, but it's,
Yeah.
always that thought in the back of your head.
Well, and we got Davenport that races on Friday, so I
Yeah.
mean, it'd be one of those one-offs. But this could be the weekend to go down there, take their money. Out of towners,
They love that. What do they call that, cherry picking?
Yeah.
That is what it is.
Yeah. So with you living in Tipton, you gonna hit the ship box?
Oh, yeah, we're already signed in with both cars.
Okay.
So as of right now, both cars will be there.
Okay.
So,
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Tell us about yourself.
Okay. Samantha Walker, Scott and Samantha Walker. We're from Wilton. Scott drives a 111 Sport Mod. This is his 37th year of racing. He started.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been racing for a long time, back in 1988. So he's been doing it a long time. Long time.
I was 14.
Yeah.
I did the math.
Oh,
I gotcha.
That was quick math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like 6.
How long you been racing?
Well, this is our 20th year together, so.
Nice.
Yeah. Been
How many
after-
kids do you have?
3 altogether. Yep.
All right.
Yep. The little one, 12. She's little Miss Rhea. She's daddy's girl, so she goes and she's his pit crew for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
She's his best and worst critic.
Now, do you go in the pits?
Oh,
We
yeah.
know you're in the pits.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're in the pits too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So what does he drive? Did we ask?
Oh, there they are. Yep. See, she's giving him a pep talk right now.
Do you know what kind of chassis he's got?
GRT.
Okay.
Yes.
Look at these. These
See,
ladies.
no notes. I don't know.
Well,
Okay,
you gotta
Scott
look.
raced pro stocks in Tipton with my dad. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you know the M&M team too?
Oh yeah.
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 They were a good time last week.
They're always a good time.
Yeah. I mean, they took us out to dinner. If you guys want to do that next, you guys can.
I mean, we could go out for dinner. We would have some drinks with it.
More like drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. The circle, here we come. Right, Mike? That's it. I'll buy your
This
grandstand
picture-
at 34. Oh.
Oh, but she's.
Somebody wants to buy our grandstand tickets at 34 Raceway.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go.
That's Saturday.
Oh.
Ooh, I got a wedding.
They got 1,500.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, the Sprung I think they got 1,500 to win for Sport Mods there too.
Yeah, at
Saturday.
Burlington.
Are you guys going there?
I don't think
Is it
so.
free
They're
admission?
in.
And free admission.
admission.
Free
Yeah.
admission.
Is.
Is that Rich
Yeah.
Smith, like Richie Smith? If that's Richie
Sucker.
Smith, sucker. You got me there, bud. Now you owe me. You owe us.
All right, what do we got up here?
Oh, this is so Mitch Swinton. He does the Little Racers Car Club,
Yep.
and so on Friday night, a different car comes into the carport underneath the grandstands, and it's kind of a little fun thing. You know, we have a basket of checkered flags and checkered bracelets and stuff for the kids, and they get to sit in the race car and ask questions and make vroom vroom noises and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. So kind of a PR thing, and it's pretty
Nice.
cool that he does that. So this was us earlier this year. I think it was May maybe that we did it. So
How long you guys been doing this flag thing?
well, we just bought him for this and then car shows
Oh.
and things like that, just to
Okay.
give the just to give it to the kids. So they have something,
Absolutely.
you know.
My dad passes stuff out at East
Yeah.
Moline
Yeah,
and
he's been
Macoka
doing that
and
for a
stuff.
while.
Yep, he's
Yeah.
been doing that for years.
Yeah, we gave him tattoos, you know, just things like that.
Kids
just
is
to-
the future, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
We gotta have them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, ladies.
Well, hello.
Well, hello,
Rich.
Jen.
Rich
Yeah.
Jen.
You know Jen? Okay.
That's sister-in-law.
Oh, this is this
That's
year.
your sister-in-law?
Yeah, Josh's sister.
This
Okay.
is just an action shot. Yep, from this year at Davenport.
So why don't you tell us about all these sponsors that make this
Oh
car go
yeah.
round?
So there again, Scott's been after this for 37 years. So we have a lot of sponsors that have been with us for a long time. Higher Construction from Muscatine, Ovison Recycling and Refuge for there in Wilton, Hoekstrom from Wilton, Midwest Diamond Finish. Tree Guy, Connor Beatty, he lives down the street from us. He just came on this year. Jerry Pratt, Jay Smith, Dan Oyen, real estate from there in Wilton. VLS Shocks, Kenyon Auto from Clarence, they're on there this year. Rusty Barn, EIA, Greg Gill, Landscaping from out of Muscatine. Him and Scott go way back for racing. Who else we got? Oh, our parents, of course, Lonnie Krenz. Do you know Lonnie?
Yeah, he's related to Josh.
Yep.
Okay,
He came on this year. He's been a great sponsor. Fastenal, they're out of Muscatine as well. And then our parents, my mom and dad, his mom, my grandma. So family.
You got a bunch of crew.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of sponsors.
We do have a bunch of sponsors.
And it takes a lot to make
it
these
does.
cars
Like
go
I
around.
said, a lot of them have been on for many, many years. So we appreciate every one of them for sure.
Absolutely. So speaking of family, Janelle's got family from Arizona that chime in every now and then, and I actually just had family from Ottumwa chime in.
Oh.
To Jerry, Jeannie, and Shay, thank you. That's my Harlan family. Oh, we got Eric. Oh, we got Easy up there.
Yes.
We're gonna sign his ass, you guys, if we get 10,000 views. We're gonna call
All right,
us. Yes.
all right.
Yes.
So if you guys hit this podcast and we get 10,000 views, you're gonna be signing.
You
a
guys
butt
got to
with
sign
us.
it too.
All right.
Yeah,
All
I'm sure
right.
your man won't. I mean, it's nothing.
One's got to have the left, one's got to have the right.
That's right.
right.
So what was this picture from?
Oh, this was his heat race win this year. This was his second heat race win this year in Davenport.
Has he won a feature?
Not this year, not yet, but we're damn close. I don't think I say that, but we're damn close.
Did we ask what tracks you guys go to?
This year, Davenport, typically Tipton, Maquoketa, we've been at this year as well. To be honest, Scott's raced CJ, East Moline, we did last year. We've been to Farley, we've been Burlington, we've been Memphis over the years.
Memphis, Missouri.
Oh, I love that
That's a
track.
fast track.
Oh, I love it. That one's probably
fast.
one of our favorites. Yeah.
That one starts out the season most of the time.
Yeah, years ago, West Liberty. We've done West Liberty. Who am I missing? CJ. I know I already said that one. But
What track you like?
we really like Davenport.
Yeah.
We do. We really
Yeah.
like Davenport and Tipton, of course. but,
Sure.
Yeah.
Janelle's mom's watching.
I know.
Let's give her a hi,
Hey, Mom.
everybody.
Hi. Hi,
Shay,
Janelle.
hi
Hello.
to you too. My girlfriend Shay from Timberline sells pallets. If you guys ever need anything made from wood, look up Timberline. Great company.
Okay.
Easy to work with. Great customer service. Stephanie is my sister-in-law, and she also does the kids club with my dad. So if you've ever seen her around, that's Randy's girlfriend. We wanted to give her a shout out.
Yeah.
Carrie Brown says, "Hey, hot ladies."
Hey, Brown
Carrie Brown.
Town! We love us some Carrie Brown.
Yeah,
Oh,
we all
yeah.
do. I got a Carrie
Yeah.
Brown shirt on, but didn't want to
Yeah.
ruin anything.
Can't pick sides.
Can't
look.
pick sides.
Yeah.
Sides. We're neutral over
Yes,
here.
with the way Carrie's been racing this year. no.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Carrie.
He's got one coming too. So.
He does.
He does.
He
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Everybody does, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
everybody's on their game this year.
they are.
It's good.
These cars are
It's
running.
good.
These tracks are good.
Yeah.
They put a lot of time into them
They
and
do.
work. So tell us what it's like to work in your garage, because you're out there, I'm sure.
Well, for sure. So Scott, he does 99.9% of all the work himself. I might pump a jack every once in a while for him, but
Okay.
for the most part, he does all the gear changes, all the tire prep, everything. He's a one man band. He does it all himself. So
Wow.
he spends a lot of time in the shop, and like to Brooke's point, that's where the races are won at, is in the shop. I mean, that's nuts and bolts, a lot of time for sure.
So let me ask you this. You ever drove a powder puff race?
No.
What do you think about this minivan?
You drive a minivan.
I'm all right with the vans.
Yes.
I think we can do that.
Yeah,
That's up
For
my
sure.
alley.
All right. Well, we'll definitely, yeah. We'll put you guys in for sure. It's gonna be a fun thing. We just gotta keep
Absolutely.
these vans running.
Yeah.
And obviously,
We're not trying to crash, but we got to be together.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Just like
Keep you
Tino.
guys up.
Yeah.
Will there be some shit talking going on?
Probably.
Okay. It's a winner take all. So
Yeah.
there's it's gonna be green, white, checkered. So
Ooh.
Ooh, 3 laps.
yeah, it's time
we
to
got-
go.
We probably don't want any more laps than that, honestly.
You're probably right.
We'll be good with that.
I got Janelle in the first heat, and you guys know Casey Kuhn. She is
Yes.
Dakota Cole's mom.
Oh, okay.
So, we put them on how they come on the podcast, right? And I told Janelle, I'm like, look, I like to gamble. And if I was going to gamble on this race, I was going to go with Casey Kuhn, right? Because she's going to be no balls to the wall, never driven. But I'm going to root for myself.
I'll root for
She's
you.
like, but I'm going to take the
putting
hit.
money on you.
Because I'm telling you, if she doesn't
Well, I'm like,
win,
don't.
she's going to hear about it.
Yeah.
Like, you
I
let us
know.
down.
I know. You
She's
yelled
all
out.
nervous.
Yes, because of you.
Yes. So, ladies, I always ask this question, and it's important to me. what advice, and think about this because I'll go to her first. What advice would you give any new wife or girlfriend coming into this whole racing world? You guys can think about it.
But not too long.
Yeah, Janelle, what do you think?
We only got a couple minutes left before we
She's like, I'm kicking.
Wish everybody a happy 4th of July.
I like to think fast though.
I don't know. That's a tough one because it comes with so many ups and downs. But I think the ups outweigh the downs most of the time.
For
but
sure.
I would have to say,
Take it with stride and take it for what it is.
and it's a lot.
Yep.
And if it's something that you can't handle, then think about that because there are some that are just dedicated, and that's just,
Absolutely.
It's just the way it is. And I have one of those who's.
So, like, let's take me to, like, being a girlfriend, not living together, and, like, wanting to spend time with them as much as, you know, how as women are, and they can't fit you into the schedule.
Then you fit them in
Yeah.
the garage. I mean, that's just how
Yeah.
that's how our whole, I was in the garage or
Yep.
the tractor or the whatever, where he was.
Yep.
Oh, we're asking for a shout out here.
Give us a shout out. Okay. So, hey, Jerry Mackey, here comes your shout out. You better give us a shout out on Saturday, too, when next time Coconut races. The Cedar
There's
County
stipulations, clearly.
Yeah. So we're going to go up to Jerry Mackey says, give us a shout out for the Cedar County Fair Race Thursday, July 10th. Janelle, finish it up.
Sprint Invaders IMCA mods $2,500 to win in memory of Benny Jameson, Midwest Jalopies and Ayers.
So if you're out there, get to the Tipton Speedway on July 10th and tell Jerry, hey, he owes you beer.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
the county fair, so the county fair is in town. It's the fair race. So
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
they'll have the fair out there and
So a
all
bunch of
kinds
stuff for kids to do.
Rides,
Oh, yeah.
food.
Right.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure it's free with gate admission. So
Okay.
as long as you pay to get into the gate, it's free to watch the races.
Well, Randy's
Oh,
going
nice.
to pay.
Randy won't be there.
No, I meant because he was going to pay for us for the free admission.
Yeah, Rich.
Rich. Oh, it was Rich.
Richie
That was
Smith
Randy.
was paying for us at
Yeah.
34 Speedway.
And that's Saturday.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
Oh, he's paying all the time.
And next
All the
Thursday.
time.
We
Not tomorrow,
ain't
next
going to
Thursday.
ask her what's in her
He's
cup.
paying.
We know.
Everybody knows.
I mean, you know.
All right.
Where are we at for time?
Yeah, we should probably switch it.
All right. Well, wait. We want to get your opinion first.
Yeah.
What was your advice?
My advice is, like Brooke says, just take it strides, right? I mean, racing, you're either all in or you're not, right? And
Right.
obviously we're all in, and it's
And you've been in for a long
long
time.
Yep. You take the goods with the bads, and like Brooke said, I mean, the goods are great. So.
Before
And it's something we all enjoy as a family, right?
Absolutely.
And we also take time to do the other things too, right? So
Sure.
it's,
Before we end this, is there anybody that you guys would like to thank that you haven't thanked? Like anybody. We don't care.
I'd have to say, Josh's dad, I didn't give one to him either.
Okay.
He's a big part of this. So, especially when the tow truck, running, he runs a lot of dark side shows. He's out there working just as hard as any other
Okay.
racer outside,
What's his dad's
person.
name?
So, Tim Starr.
Tim? Mm-hmm. Tim, here's your time to shine.
So,
Thank you for your
he's
help.
part of it too in the background, and he does a lot.
Okay.
yeah.
Anybody for you?
Like I say, our sponsors and our family,
Okay.
our parents, and Scott, he started years and years ago when his dad, Art, he owned race cars and drove them himself. So, when he gave Scott that opportunity, that's where it all started. So.
They wanted to thank us too. They forgot.
Yeah.
I know.
Exactly. Thank you for having us on the show.
I wrote it down in my notes. I wrote it down. They wanted to thank us.
Absolutely.
Take him out and powder puff race.
Right.
Take him out.
And one more, to be honest, I think Scott, because, when you go to the racetrack, friends become family. And that's-
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got a
spend
lot
3.5 months together every
Yeah.
weekend. So,
We
you
do.
know.
Try it every Wednesday,
Friday
Saturday.
and Sunday.
I want to kill her. So I know how you're feeling. So before we go, Jerry Mackey just offered up your pit stall to everybody at the Reinhardt race on Friday, July 25th. So does that mean there's going to be a cookout, beers?
I mean, we usually always have a
it's-
smoker in the truck, so we can plan it. We always have beer in the cooler. That's
So is
just
that what
no
we're going
questions
with?
asked,
Sure.
but-
Okay, you'll find Wide Open Wednesday, girls, and I'm going to tag my dad along.
Make sure
Okay.
you're wearing your 111 shirt there, Jerry.
Well, if
You gotta get us one.
Oh, you can get us one? Why is it always got to be about Jerry?
Give
All
me
right.
sizes, I'll make you shirts.
That's what I'm talking
there we
about. Well, we'd like to thank you ladies for coming
Yes,
all the way
thank
in
you.
from Tipton
Thanks
and
for having
Wilton,
us. Yep,
correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Thanks for
All
having
right.
us.
We'll see you guys in the pits.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Good luck out there racing.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
yeah.
go on, keep
No,
going.
I'm going to go.
I know.
So I want to just thank everybody this weekend. Have a safe, happy 4th of July. Keep racing if you're racing. Keep them all, the wheels down, unless you got, 3 wheels up at school. Other than that, I really want to say thank you to my brother and wish him the best of luck on this tour with Jesse and my nephew Michael. They're doing really good. They've qualified for every feature. They've been in top 10. Last night, Randy popped off a 6. Jerry Dunrat will invoice you for your ad time. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, and then we're gonna cut into break, and we're gonna bring up Dave Bell and Jim Dirks from Old School Bluegrass.
All right.
Thanks again, ladies.
Scott's race there too.
With Done Right TV, we will capture the scope of your event, offering live streaming for all scenarios. We will broaden your audience and surpass the boundaries of your arena. While capturing the essence of your affair, we will deliver dynamic, engaging, creative content in conjunction with promotions, features, corporate commercials, sales, and branding and messaging across all platforms. We've got the gear and the expertise to exploit the goods. With Done Right TV, enhance your show with our next level screens. We can elevate the emotion and amp up your next live experience. Visually and vividly connect to your audience, bring them closer to the action, convey your message, and maneuver them into the acquisition, tipping the scales. Let's move the needle together. Our live streaming, content creation, and next level screens will enhance your business-to-business relationships, delivering a plethora of product placement and sponsor opportunities. Let us help you drive the success. We like winning as much as the next guy. At Done Right TV, we're doing TV right.
Welcome back to the studio, Wide Open Wednesdays. We got Dave Bell here, and now we forgot. I got brought in Dick Plug. Dick, how you been?
I've been great.
All
thanks.
right. For people that don't know you, why don't you tell them who you are?
I'm Dick Plug. I raced for 21 years, pretty much half with these guys and half on my own for another guy at Tom Fredericks.
Okay.
He bought Webb's car in '91 or so, and for me, and we put together 9 wins in 7 seconds that year and won 4th.
Nice job.
Yeah, it was a fun year.
So I met Dick out in Bluegrass, probably where everybody else met famous Dick. I see you got the Hawkeye Raceway shirt on.
Yeah, they just said it was 20, or what did we say it was? 30 some years old.
Okay. You go to the races much anymore?
No, when I go, I put myself here and I put myself there. When I moved into my house that I live in now, it's on Gaiman in Central Park.
'Kay.
I can hear them.
Okay.
So sometimes I have to go in the house.
Yeah.
So I can't hear 'em.
Okay.
because
Okay.
when you've done this for so many years, you want to keep doing it, or you want to think about it anyway, and
Yeah.
You don't want to see somebody else doing it.
Yeah, I get it. So how long did you race for the Bell brothers?
I was just going to ask that.
Oh my goodness, that was
5 or 6
they
years.
started for us in '95, and I think 2003 was the last year you drove.
I'm not really sure either. It was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, you drove the number 11 car,
Yes, it was the number 11.
late model.
Late model, yep.
Yeah, IMCA had just started.
What kind of chassis did you race?
Well,
GRT, yeah.
we started
Yep.
with I started with them with my old car, which was a Terry Hurst
Okay.
built car, and then when I got a chance to drive for Tom Fredericks, I sold the car to these guys, and Jeffrey, their driver, good driver, he
Great driver.
yeah, he decided that they wanted to put me in the seat, and so we did, and we had a lot of fun. And then Scott wanted to go faster and win, so
So they wanted to call me then.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Right,
Yes,
right.
of course.
But we couldn't get him out of the
I
car.
know, I get it.
so they bought a GRT, and we did real well with it. We had a lot of fun with it.
What was your favorite track?
Oh, bluegrass, naturally. But
Yeah.
I love
that a
East
lot.
Moline. I
Yeah?
love East Moline. Yeah, Webb and I used to call it the mini Daytona.
Yeah?
Because of the way it was
Okay.
banked, you know, and it was just so much fun to throw it into the corner. Nowadays, you don't really throw them into the corners. You drive them in on the right front, you know.
Well, it depends on who that driver
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, if they're still back in the day, my brother will throw it in.
And what the track will hold.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I never had a family in racing until I got to be with these guys, and their family was just exquisite as far as participation.
Absolutely. Big old family they got.
Yeah, well, we had, I have 4 brothers, had 4 brothers. One of them's gone now. God rest his soul. But
He was
John.
the best one.
He was. John was a good
he
guy.
was. He was. I
Yeah.
got to admit. But
I liked him
yeah.
down at the shop in Rock Island.
Yep.
I'd stop and see him.
Yep, 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and everybody was involved in the race car, and we all
Absolutely.
enjoyed doing it and going racing every weekend.
Absolutely.
Sometimes 4 times a week.
Yep.
That's how much I deal with her 4 times a week.
Hey, this is worth dealing with, though, isn't it, Dick?
Well, you should seen her in the Powder Puff Derby, boy.
Oh. Tell him. I drove that Bell car.
Yeah.
We got us a checkered flag.
How'd it come out at the end?
We won.
The car.
Yeah.
Great.
How was the car?
The car was fine.
Oh, okay.
We raced it later that night and won again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good question, though.
Yeah. I'm a winner.
Okay. All right.
I put up the W, didn't I, Dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been around as long as I can remember.
That's because she's old.
Yeah.
It's racing. Racing. Tim Gold says Dave Bell, great guys here. That's you guys.
Thanks, Tim.
I want to give a shout out to my cousin Kim. She's finally watching. Thank you. So Dick, thank you for coming in on short notice.
Yep.
That's very nice.
It was. I thought it was fitting to have the Bell brother and have an old time driver for him come in.
I like the old time.
Well,
Webb is only, I'm 4 months older than Webb.
we talked.
Oh, really?
You know what? We talked to Gary Webb.
Yeah.
That's the old man, as you would say.
Yeah.
And he said, I asked him when he was going to retire, and he said that in 2 years he'd be racing for 56. Was that?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 2 years he said to be racing for 56, and he figured why not retire if he was
Wasn't it like
going
his
to.
Number?
Yeah, because his number is
Yeah,
56.
yeah.
Not that he's gonna. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to put words into his mouth, but
I think he'll fall over dead in his shop
probably.
when he's
Yeah.
85,
He's a legend, right?
trying to work on the car.
Hey, buddy, enjoy your talk. Sheila Ryan.
Oh, Sheila. Yeah, I just saw her Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday.
Yes,
They're always fun.
they are. The Ryan crew's coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
They are.
Yeah.
So,
Good people.
Dick, thank you. We're
Yeah.
going to jump over here to Dave, and then we'll put Jim in.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Well,
Thanks for coming, Mr. Plug.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Nice to
thanks.
meet you.
You guys have a
Stick
good
around.
Yeah,
Watch the
take a seat.
podcast. Take a
Oh.
seat.
All right.
All right.
I'll do that.
So, Dave,
Yes.
tell us about yourself. Tell us.
Born and raised here in Davenport, Iowa. Been around racing since I was a child. My dad and my Uncle Red Red actually owned Hawkeye Speedway.
How'd you get? That's how you got into
That's
it.
how we got into racing. We had cars in our backyard all the time. That's just the way it worked. Left for 4 years, served in the United States Marine Corps, came back. We got back into racing, and it's been all uphill since then.
So, out of all the brothers, how did Jeff get to drive?
It was just one of them deals where he was the oldest. We
Okay.
were all just real young kids in our teens, and he was the oldest, and we put him in the seat, and I got to tell you, that was probably the best choice we ever made. He was one
Yeah.
of the best drivers out there.
He was a good dude. You guys were
Yeah.
a good family, clean driving. Back when they raced in the street stocks or bombers,
Yep.
it was number 6. Did you guys send in pictures?
Yes, we did.
Let's pull some pictures up. And we also got Jim Dirks in the studio.
I'm here.
Now, okay.
Jim, did you have a combined with everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Start with the.
That's like, I don't even.
Yeah.
You guys sent in a bunch. So, all right. We're
So if everybody can see, Jim brought in some old souvenirs
Okay.
here. Oh, here we go.
Oh, wait. Who we got?
Oh, that's my father there. He was the flag man at Hawkeye Speedway when my Uncle Red owned the track.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh, is that right?
I didn't.
Yeah, yeah. My dad was one of the first flagmen out there.
You
when
still
Red
got the
owned,
flags?
I don't. My cousin or my nephew Trevor has them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
She wants to do it for the powder puff.
I do.
She wants to
Really?
be flag.
I do.
Yes.
Okay, we'll get a hold of Trevor and get you the flags because
Oh,
he's
well, I think Davenport should let me use theirs.
okay. all right.
You got some pull there, don't you?
A little bit. No,
All right.
no, none at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's this?
That's a picture of me and the brothers.
Start from the right.
Okay, from the right is me. Then my brother Jeff, the driver. My little brother Gary. My brother John, and then my brother Scott.
Man, do you guys remember those pit passes?
Oh yeah.
Connie
Is that
sign
what
us
they
in.
are?
Oh my
Those
goodness.
are pit passes that are hanging.
I didn't know
the,
that.
the orange tags hanging off where our
Yeah.
pit passes.
Doesn't it remind you of the old Wheel of or the Price is Right tag?
Yes.
We used to wear those, and they would have a stamp on it. Would have the date.
Yes.
So where was this picture taken at?
This.
That's
Bluegrass.
Hawkeye Speedway.
Was it?
Bluegrass, yep.
And that's going to be coming out of, right when you would come off the track.
Right.
Wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
It's about where we parked, wasn't it, Pops?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's Jeff and his wife and daughters in front of my mom's house at Bluegrass.
And I drove that car, Janelle.
That's and
That's
that was
my car right
Oh,
there.
okay.
that's actually the reason that was number 6 is because that was my dad and my Uncle Red's number.
Okay.
And when we went into street stock, somebody already had the 11, and I don't know who it was. I don't remember, but
Anyone?
Yeah,
No?
I don't either.
yeah, I don't
I don't
remember
remember.
who. But that's why we were 6.
I'd like to say ask Randy, but I'm sure by now
Yeah.
he's about to take a racetrack. He's about to run his heat. So, do you remember any of your sponsors?
Flynn Beverage was our best
I was
sponsor.
gonna say I see old style on
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. We got free beer out of Flynn Beverage.
Nice.
Yeah, it was 2 cases every time we raced.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
We
then
got that.
it went from 2 cases to they just give us their broken beers, the broken cases.
Oh, okay.
So one night out of Bluegrass, we had 107 beers with us.
Wow.
And when we left the track, there was none.
Did you close the gates when you left?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes don't know how we made it home.
Yeah.
Now these next couple pictures coming up.
Sometimes it was 150 beers.
Yeah. We got a few of them here, so we can go through them quick. This is corner 1 and 2. The next picture, this is actually the back stretch where the grandstand was, because the unique thing about Hawkeye Raceway is that the flag stand was on the other side of the track.
So Janelle, I'm not saying that that's me right there as a kid, but that I would have been that girl or boy at the fence.
Yeah.
So the guy standing there was Steve Eyes. He was a very good friend of ours. He was also an announcer at the track for a lot of years.
Yeah.
He passed on too, but
Do you guys remember when you guys are the hot spot they call
Yeah.
it now, or
Yeah.
pit spot or whatever? It would be down here in the infield.
Yep.
Like if you got a flat tire, everybody would be down here.
We the next picture would show the grandstand where it's a little blurry because it's an old picture.
Okay.
That's probably 97 or so.
Okay.
But the next picture over, and the other thing that's about that track is they had a playground for the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So the kids all grew up because that's how the kids all got to meet each other.
Let's talk about this picture.
And the other,
Yeah. Do you guys remember anything about these pictures?
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, we filled plenty of them.
Yeah. Wasn't it like, if you guys can see these?
I'm sure they can.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
It's on screen too.
It was $5, wasn't it, to fill this?
To fill the pitcher, yeah.
Full of
beer.
Oh.
My mom would carry this thing around, and just by the end of the night, she'd be drinking it. Yeah. Remember that, Dad? Yeah. These pictures, this stuff is great. Who
Yeah.
would have thought, right?
Right.
Dick brought in an old trophy. If you guys can see it from the Hawkeye Raceway.
What year is that?
Oh, Janelle, help me out.
Oh, Jesus. 92.
90.
Yeah,
I graduated. I was 18.
that's just another.
Oh, that's Kenny.
Kenny Rotman, yeah.
The pit area and the Mike Wolf's car.
Yep.
But we had Mike Wolf, Michael Luth drove the car, and several others out there. But this shows one of the cars out there.
And back then, these pits you didn't have to pay for. You just pulled in and picked a spot.
Yeah. And we usually parked along the edge there.
Yeah.
Brad
Oh,
Cook.
Brad Cook and his dad, Bob.
That's his
yeah.
dad.
But
Great people.
But it shows some of the vehicles there.
Look at that. Those are, Janelle, those were what we raced back in the day.
Well, obviously, they're
You
there.
know?
Oh, you
Yeah.
look at the bars on them things.
Yeah.
They were just heavy sleds, but man.
This was the concession stand. This is where they did the announcing.
Yep.
And this is the bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So refill these up for $5?
Yes, for $5.
Okay, now this is actually Dick Plug in 1995. We had been running the old car that he had. Well, Daryl Dorsher decided to buy an engine, and Scott Bell said he was going to buy the car. And then we put this car together, and Dick had bought a van and a trailer and painted it all matched.
Yeah.
And Dave and I were standing in line to get into Bluegrass the first night we raced that. And the people in line were going, they must have won the lottery. No, Dave says, nope, just a bunch of guys that put their money together.
Worked really hard to
Yeah.
put our money together.
Put
The
it in
guy
the right-
told me, he said, no way, they won the lottery.
Crazy. And now look at the rigs today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now you got to win the lottery, right?
Now you have to, yeah.
And that's 96, 97. But there's the ambulance right there, the van.
Oh.
There's the tractor.
That was
That was the
Vern's
ambulance.
version of the ambulance.
Okay.
Dave and I actually changed. We worked all night in the pits. The feature came around, last race of the night, and Steve gave us a ride back from the infield up to the pits. We got dirtier riding in that
Just sitting in
ambulance.
the ambulance.
Yeah. So, Jim, why don't you introduce yourself? I don't think you got to.
Well, I'm from Animos originally, but I grew up watching Verlin Aker and Kenny Walton and been racing forever. Moved to Davenport in '86, and Dave pulls up in front of, we're neighbors, and we never met, and he pulled up in front of our apartment complex with a race car. And I'm like, I found my new friend.
Yeah.
So we've been hanging out ever since '86.
It was a good family to get hooked up with, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, more people consider me a bell now because we'll go places. And
I
they'll
called
come,
you a Bell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me he was, I think, at first.
Yeah. They'll come up and they'll say, well, what's the Bell brothers doing this year? And they'll look at me and talk to me. And we had one guy one time who said, who's driving the car this year? And I said the name, and he just shook his head no and just walked off. But this is another one of our good drivers, Jeff Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Doug Hack. He was young then.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was at Davenport.
You miss these racing days?
I do.
I miss the excitement. I don't miss the work at all.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
And like I've told my family, I appreciated them for allowing us to do it because we missed a lot of family
Absolutely.
time, you know, because we went racing. But my daughter says, "Don't worry about it, Dad. I met
Yeah.
a lot of good people." you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know, Janelle, when we come up into the, up into the grandstands, we can always find you in suite number 2 or 3.
Yeah. You left me there the one
Yeah,
time.
a couple
I
times.
was hanging out with him.
Yeah.
You
That's how you guys
there.
got to know him.
And I go, don't worry, she'll be back. I drove.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And just a picture of Davenport West High School. They used it for a photo shoot.
West Falcons, give it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
92 grad.
Yep. Another one of our drivers, Rick Wages.
Man, that's
Yeah.
an old name, isn't it? That's his dad, too.
Yep.
Yep, that's his dad there.
Yeah.
Rick probably was, we had the most fun.
Yeah?
With that guy drive. He won everywhere he went. When he showed up at the track, when we showed up at the track and he was driving, people would just say, oh, heck.
So why did Jeff get out of it?
My brother Jeff, that 2-car, quite a few pictures back that we bought from Dick Plug, he rolled it.
Okay.
Was Donnie Ayers, I think, was driving the 3-car,
Okay.
the Tantera 3-car, and got up under him and rolled him, and his wife was there, and she didn't like that at all. She said, you have a choice. You're either going to drive that race car or you're going to get, or
Yeah.
be married to me, one or the other. I'm not.
Well, he made a good choice.
Yeah, exactly. He made the right choice.
He did.
Stayed married. So,
That's why a lot of these race car drivers aren't married now.
but but that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
took a bad roll out at Bluegrass, and the sad truth was I was in the pits and I beat the fire crew to the
Oh.
car. I ran down the track and got him out before they got there.
Yeah. Did he get
So,
hurt? He wasn't hurt.
He
right?
wasn't hurt, but he was upside down and had
That's
to crawl
always
in.
scary,
Had to
right?
crawl in and hold him
Scary.
up and get the belts off, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a scary thing, especially for his wife. So
Absolutely.
What
This
we got
is
here?
a newer looking car.
This was my favorite of all the cars.
This one was?
Why is
favorite
that?
looking, just the red and the yellow. Now and then we continue to the next. You can see the changes of the cars over the years, and the body styles and stuff like that. And you can tell like the noses are all kind of a little different.
Sure.
Then this is Adam Opendijk drove this.
Is that the Godfather next to you?
Yes,
yes,
it is.
it is.
Yeah.
That car never changes.
Now it's now it's driven by Dustin Smith.
Yes.
Richie Smith. Let's give it out to Richie
Yeah.
Smith.
Yeah.
He's one of our sponsors. He's we got some party gifts for you guys before you
Okay.
leave.
I'm taking this.
No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Kidding. See how fast I snatched that up. So let's go ahead and give a shout out to the Peterson Plumbing.
Well, thank
Yes.
you. Yes,
Go ahead and
Peterson
tell them
Plumbing
about
and Heating has been our best sponsor for many. They've been on the car for over 20 years. I've been employed there for over 20 years.
There you
Paul
go.
Peterson, Curtis Hagan, thank you, the whole Peterson family. They are
Bob was a great guy. Rest in
they're,
peace.
they're all great
Yep.
people. They're just a great family. Before I had this job, I never realized what a family-owned business could be like.
Sure.
But these people are just family-oriented. All your plumbing and heating needs, air conditioning, heating, we're there for you.
They built a new shop not too long, a couple years now out there by Farm Fleet.
We didn't build that shop. They actually bought that shop. It was
Okay.
already there. It was an old ag building.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like
beautiful.
it out there better than
Oh,
downtown?
Yeah, we don't get shot at out there. Oh my goodness. 2 weeks after we moved out of the building downtown, it got shot up. They had that street fight.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, there was over 100 rounds. They were in the back of the office. They shattered all the windows and
Oh my God.
yeah, no, I don't miss it.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us what you do for Davenport now? Davenport Speedway.
Not much for Davenport Speedway. I just volunteer to help the fairgrounds out with little
Okay.
things here and there, but I don't do anything with the track anymore. I just enjoy watching the races.
So with that being said, you guys used to race a lot of racetracks.
Yeah.
Bluegrass is your favorite for
Oh,
both?
of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you back there partying too?
Well,
Closing the gate?
well,
Janelle heard about that. Herb would always say,
I know.
Brad Cook came on and got
Oh
us
yeah,
going.
last
Yeah.
man out, turn off the lights and close the
See?
gate. That's how it worked out
Yeah.
there.
we had a lot of parties, and I went to Hawkeye Downs when it was dirt,
Okay.
Farley, Dubuque, West Liberty. So they're all a great place to party.
They
it
are.
just all depends, But times have changed a little bit. You can't really party like you're really
No.
used to.
No, you
because
can't.
There's a few times like I slept down on the bar at Walker's down
Yeah.
in Rockingham.
Uh-huh.
I would sleep on the picnic table till sun come up to sober off a little bit before I could drive home. But,
Sounds like good times. Then.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't. And like coming home from bluegrass, I don't know how I made it home a few times.
I think
especially
a lot of.
especially with a car backwards on the trailer.
Yeah, I think a lot of us followed each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, down Highway 61, and then we
Sure.
stopped there in Bluegrass at the bar.
Oh yeah.
Had to-
Everybody-
woo,
Yep.
Made it halfway.
Halfway. Gotta have a
Halfway
beer.
stop. Keep going to trucking
Yeah,
now.
his mom lived in Bluegrass,
Yeah.
so that was our stop was Bluegrass to recollect ourselves and
Yeah.
that
Make-
kind of thing, and then get back to town.
Absolutely. So, let me ask this. So, like on the woman's side of things, we always ask for advice, but on the man's side, what would you tell any man that's in it right now? Like, hang in there.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Well,
Just have fun. Go to the track to have fun.
Yep.
I mean, if the winds come, they come. But if you go there with the attitude you have to win every night, you're not going to have any fun.
Or win money, right?
Right.
Like if you're in it to win money, that's
If you're in it for winning money, those days are gone.
Yep.
Mr.
You know,
Mr.
Gary-
Plug, excuse me,
I said
Mr.
Gary Webb made a living off of racing, but you don't do that anymore.
No, Gary was good. That's for sure.
Mr. Plug told me one time he didn't do well in a race. I said, "It's okay, we'll get it together and do it next time." And then several years later, he goes, "That just annoyed the crap right out of me.
Yeah.
I wanted to win. I don't want to hear it's going to be okay."
It's like it's not okay. It's still not okay.
It's still not okay. So like nowadays, and I know not so much back then, but now like these racers, they also have like these, how do I want to say, they race for a different team. Like some people race for like breast cancer, or they know somebody, right? Well, my brother, he races for Laps for Lyrics.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's really great that these racers are getting behind other like kids or
Sure.
diseases
Yeah.
or awareness.
Right.
That's probably the best word to use. They're trying to get behind awarenesses
Right.
and stuff. So racing's definitely bringing more to the table besides sponsors, bringing awareness, and everybody's trying to raise money for somebody or helping a family out, right?
Yeah, as long as it's for a good cause.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
And most of this racing, I should say, we all like became family.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you see somebody or you know somebody and you always say hi and want to help out. I feel that some of the racing kind of is getting away from that. So we hope with this podcast and bringing back the old timers as yourself and bringing back all these memories, people will want to start racing again.
Yes.
You ever see you guys getting back into it?
We got grandkids that are kind of, and well, my grandkids maybe not, but maybe Dave's or whatever, or friends of.
Without my brother John, I got to tell you, I don't care to have a car on the track.
Yeah.
That's respectful.
It was a brother thing. And,
Yep, I get it.
Many, many years, and
John was a good dude.
Yeah.
he was great. He
Yeah.
helped everybody. That guy helped everybody.
You
He
still
didn't
get
care.
along? You can still talk to all your brothers and everything?
Yeah, oh yeah. I
Did
still
they know
talk-
you're on here?
Oh yeah, everybody. Yeah,
They watching?
Yeah.
most likely.
I
Most
want to give a
likely.
shout out to all them Bell brothers. You guys
Yeah.
were good people, great people to hang out with and drink with. And
Well, we only got in trouble a couple times at Bluegrass.
Yeah.
We had a couple troubles. The last car was Jeff Stevens. This one was this Bobby Tolan?
Yeah, that was little Bobby that drove that one.
he's coming on
Oh,
the
cool.
podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
Is he back in town again, or is he
I think he's still in North Carolina.
still in North
I think
Carolina?
so.
Yeah.
They're not coming on until August
Yeah.
20th.
This is Togar Guitars. Is Tom Garden, good friend we grew up with. He handcrafts all his bass guitars, and he sells them to artists all over the world.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and he's here local now.
Okay.
When he started the company, he was in Arizona, but he's here in Davenport again now.
Well, if he wants to donate a wide open Wednesday guitar,
There you
or a
go.
little
He can drop it off at my mom.
Drop it
We'll
off
have to
anytime.
talk to him.
Before we end this, Brad Cook said he loved racing with the Bell brothers.
Oh, Brad Cook drove our car one night.
How'd he do?
He won. One night he won. And if I remember this correctly,
Okay.
As soon as he got out of the car, he said, "Dad, we need a Ford."
And Brad, if you didn't say that, we're gonna pretend you did.
Because we also had a Ford Street Stock.
Yes, you did. Yep, I do remember that.
And late model Ford got kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you would like to thank?
Everybody that's in the stands, everybody that's on the track, thank you, everybody. I just love the fact that everybody shows up at the track, everybody's family. It's always a smile, and just really appreciate everybody around the racetrack.
What about you?
Well, I appreciate everybody that, like Jeff Struck. I know he just lost his father.
Yeah.
You know, sympathy for those guys.
Absolutely.
But you know what? It's hard to be a promoter. You know, I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
No.
Some of the stuff they go through.
But without them, we wouldn't be racing. So
and I will,
thank you,
know,
Jeff.
the Sean at the fairgrounds he's trying to keep this racing alive.
He is.
And Jeff and the fans that come out, you know, and being able to see it if you're not there with the like Done Right showing
Yeah.
races too, you know, it helps get it to more people.
It does. Definitely
Yeah.
come support your local tracks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brad Cook said that was a great ride. Denise Flugel, Mike Flugel's wife, said Jim has helped tons of drivers.
Yes,
Thanks,
he
Jim and
is.
Dave.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys both.
Okay,
Thank
well,
you.
we appreciate being on here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Are we,
So
we
let's
good?
thank some of our sponsors.
Oh, like Tyson's.
How about Falcon Home Improvement?
I say the ones I remember. Done right.
We're gonna go with LVR and LVR Motorsports in Kelowna, Illinois.
JC DeVille.
Richie
me.
Smith with Dirt Stars.
Diane Schreiner.
And TNL Fabrication.
And Falcon Home Improvement.
We said that, but that's okay.
Oh,
to
well,
know.
we'll say it again.
And hey, we want to thank you, the viewers, for always tuning in to Wide Open Wednesdays.
Yes, thank you.
We will reach that 10,000 views. We won't have the guys sign no butts, but the women will. We'll have a great holiday weekend.
Yeah, happy 4th.
Blow up tons of fireworks. Be safe. Go racing if you're going to go racing. And I got to say it one more time. Go Randy Lamar on this tour.
Of course.
Sorry, I got to.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Good luck, Randy.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.